Hi, welcome. You are a beautiful soul. Welcome to this Divine Masculine channeled message of love to the Divine Feminine. So what does your Divine Masculine want to express to you right now in love? What are they telling you? What are they wanting you to know right now? What is your Divine Masculine wanting you to know? What are they wanting you to know right now from their soul, from their higher self? We're going to be using Divine Masculine messages of love in this reading. I'd just like to say thank you for the likes, the subscribes, and the shares too, and all the amazing and beautiful comments you do leave in the comments section. Absolutely amazing. So what does the Divine Masculine want to express to you right now? What do they want to express to you? First we have love begins. And you may struggle to see these cards, but I really wanted to do this reading with this, setting of darkness but the light, because I feel like you right now, Divine Feminines, are representing that light for the Divine Masculines. And without you, Divine Feminines, I feel your Divine Masculine will be so lost. And you're really pushing your Divine Masculine into their journey, into their own, and you should be very proud of what you have achieved. And you two have agreed that when you meet each other and when you met, that it's going to change your lives for the better and change your perspectives. The water flows, which is showing love, which is showing rebirth for the both of you and nourishing your souls. The agreement that you both came into this lifetime to nourish your souls, and your Divine Masculine is potentially reminding you of this. Your agreement, your love began many lifetimes ago, and now you're here in this lifetime. Your connection is spiritual, of the light, of love, and also can be of pain and sadness, is how you look at that. But in that time and space where it is that pain, all you can see is that pain, and that's for a reason. It's so that you can learn something great, and your reward at the end. But the end is the beginning, so the reward is coming in right now for you. And we have the Six of Cups here. We have the memories of love, and the Six of Cups is about the reconciliation, and the Divine Masculine is coming back for that reconciliation, because the Divine Masculine is offering you something here. We have the synchronicity of the candle being lit here and also on the card, and many Divine Masculines are on their way to offer you something here, and it's reconciliation, it's love. So the past is coming to the present in many ways for the Divine Masculine and for you as well. And it's all about that divine timing right now. We have the two. And, we have this beautiful sand timer, and you may feel like you are playing a waiting game. But your Divine Masculine is saying it's no game, it's life. What happens is meant to happen. And when you need to trust the divine and trust your soul and trust who you are most of all. And your Divine Masculine is reminding you of this. Your Divine Masculine's unconditional love for you is reminding you of this. But their love might not always be unconditional, and it's because that they're teaching you something very vital for your soul, vital for your life, for the consciousness of the whole planet. You are learning so many lessons for all, and you should be proud of yourself for overcoming one lesson, not alone, hundreds which you have overcome. So look at it in this way. You are achieving so much, and your Divine Masculine is saying that the sand is coming, the sand is falling and filling, and this is showing you that divine timing is taking place in your life. That means divine is around you and you are divine in itself. And we have here authority, and your Divine Masculine is being more assertive in their life. We have this beautiful, amazing gold circle around them, showing them and also showing you that they're going through some form of cycle, and they want you to know this, that they are taking leadership of their life, and they're a very different person in spirit than potentially they are in their 3D reality, with all what's going off in the world and their mind. And they want you to know from the higher self, from the higher perspective, that all is not as it seems right now. And they're showing you this. And the Nine of Swords is showing you potentially restriction that your Divine Masculine is feeling, stress, anxiety. And the Divine Masculines go through this a lot, anxiety, stress, and they manifest this, and then they have to counteract that. And there's a lot of going off in the Divine Masculine space and time right now, that the Divine Feminine, it's important that you understand that your Divine Masculine is maybe not going through the best of times right now, and this is why they may be in communication and they may be acting weird, or you may not be feeling them as much, or you may be feeling them very strongly at this point in time. It's because that they are facing their biggest fears, their greatest things that they the greatest lessons that they could learn. They was like, okay, sign me up before this life. And there's something very, very, you have to be a very strong person to do that, and to be able to go through that, not being comfortable for most of your life and learning these lessons. It's not the easiest thing. And some of the lessons that I have learned as a Divine Masculine, they're not the most easiest lessons, but now I realize why that had to be and why I went through that. So it's important that you as a Divine Feminine understand more of the Divine Masculine's journey and how they may see you right now if they're not awoken, okay? And we also have here King of Cups, and they're showing you a commitment here, a commitment to this journey, and they are committed to this journey. And this is why they are where they are right now, because they're committed to you. Even if they, you may be, well, my Divine Masculine's with someone else, but they're committed to you because they're learning you something, and they're learning themselves something on this journey. And you're two spiritual beings of love, and you're one. And the King of Cups is about to be balanced, releasing fear as well there. I'm connecting with some form of fear there from the Divine Masculine, and that's not, very rare. I feel like that is a common thing with the Divine Masculine, but also can be a common thing with the Divine Feminine as well, because you both want this connection. Your souls are urging for this, wanting this, craving this, but the universe is showing you more right now, and that's something that you need to understand, Divine Feminine, and also Divine Masculine's watching as well. It's something that you need to understand. And we have the Sun here as well, and this is showing happiness. Happiness is coming into your life, entering your life. Your soul is full of happiness, and now is the start. You need to feel happiness in order to have happiness. How you feel becomes real, and that is important, and that is something that I say regularly, because that's going into your consciousness, your subconscious, okay? And that's going to help you. We have the Sun, representing also the Divine Masculine energy. The Divine Masculine coming to the light. And the Divine Feminine, you show your Divine Masculine illusions. And this is why they may run, because you're showing them so much that it's hard for them maybe to comprehend at that time. And you open, just by you communicating, you're connecting. It's like when you connect with anyone, it's sort of you become one. Everyone is connected and interconnected around the world. And your connection is very special and more, powerful together than, a regular connection, as you realize. So when you do connect with each other, it's going to have reactions, okay? Five of Swords, your Divine Masculine is feeling the loss in this connection, and they're wanting you to know that as well, Divine Feminines. They're feeling the loss of their, companionship. They're feeling loss of you. I need time to think, your Divine Masculine is also saying here. I need time to think, I need time to have with the self, time of reflection. But they're also saying here, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me right now. And that's what your Divine Masculine is really saying. I dream about you every night, and you could potentially be having lots of dreams and lots of synchronicities. Even today I've had a really interesting synchronicity, and I find when I have personal readings, I do personal readings, and the names sometimes really blows me away, because I'll have 3 Amy's a day, or loads of people. I'll do like their name a day. It's very weird. I'll have the synchronicity of people's names come into my life. And today I've done 2 personal readings today, and both of their names was Amy. And one Amy had lots of synchronicity in birthdays with her family, and her Divine Masculine's family had lots of birthdays that were the same, and that's no coincidence. And I did a reading after, which I was really blown away, because at the start of her email, she was explaining that her birthday was on the 9/11, 1988, and her Divine Masculine's birthday was 9/11, 1995, and that's just really amazing that both of their birthdays are the same, and that's the synchronicity. That's something that you're going to see within your own connection. There's going to be signs, there's going to be all sorts of things that you are interconnected in a very powerful way. We also have here, I know we are twin flames. Wow. And that's a very powerful card in itself. I know we are twin flames. You may not be able to see that here. You may be able to see that just there. I know we are twin flames. And your Divine Masculine is saying it's from their soul. They know. And deep down that they know. As a Divine Masculine, when I was unawoken, I knew something that wasn't quite right with the world. I didn't know how to comprehend that or express that. But I knew something was very different about me, about my life, etc. And that's how your Divine Masculine feels. And only time will tell. Only time will tell. And there's lots of challenges, that Divine Masculine overcomes and faces, just like you, Divine Feminine. And we have here transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So it's saying your love is going to transform both of your lives. And that's when you come together, and part of it. There's part of the separation, that love. And separation is love, it's not hate. It's love for each other, because you need to learn. You're learning self-love for each other. How amazing is that? You come together and you may, one might run, one might chase, but you're showing each other to love the self. And that's when things start to happen and comes in and transforms everything. That love does conquer all things. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Turn your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So turn your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And that's what the Divine Masculine is doing. They're continuing to follow the guidance of their heart. Emotions are natural and necessary part of life. And, emotions are. And that's why some Divine Masculines could be, let's say, potentially closed off from those emotions. So that natural part of life to be emotion, that's why they may struggle, and that's why they may run, because everything's getting emotional and serious. They may be afraid. So emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So the Divine Masculine needs to let go of resentment in their life. And I had to do that. I had to let go of, what they may have inflicted on me or did something to me. I just had to let that go, because it was clouding my judgment. It was clouding my entire life. So I really had to change that. I had to try and, move on from that. And I did. And I let go, and I really dealt with that sadness and pain that was in me. So many years. So I had, let's say, 22 years of not releasing emotion properly. And then I started to do that. And things started changing, and, it was a scary time and a scary point in my life. So I had to be able to physically and mentally cope with that at that time. And that was something that was not easy. And I'm just explaining as a Divine Masculine that all that you're seeing in your Divine Masculine's life may not be, you may not be seeing everything right now. You may be only seeing the things that you want to, or the things that you're concerned about. If they're with someone, or if they're doing something that you may not like, or when they're going to come. It's all about trusting and having faith in this twin flame journey, because, miracles do happen. And people do come together when that time is right. and you know, and you use your own intuition, if it's in this lifetime or if you're here to learn specific lessons from each other, but you are still one, and it's still a spiritual connection. And this is what us as twin flames need to understand and need to comprehend, that it's a spiritual connection, that it's something more than just something physical, even though we want and feel the need to have it in the physical, because we have desires, we have sexual desires. We want to be intimate, we want to be physical as well, as beings, as physical beings we are. There's that side of things as well, but we also need to consider the spiritual aspects of the connection as well, more than potentially the physical aspects. And once you understand the spiritual and work with the spiritual connection more than the physical, you will see things happening in the physical more as well, because spirit is helps manifest that physical side. It's all about that self-love, nurturing your soul, nurturing your spirit, we're spirit having a human experience. So this is why it's important to really work with that spirit embodiment of ourselves. That's why it's important to do that. It's important to nurture ourselves as a twin flame collective, as one might say. It's also important to relax and nurture the self, because we can come to a point where we may start to go off track a bit and start to do things that aren't nourishing our soul and necessary for us. And it's important to stay on that track and love the self, and not be distracted by the world, and be our own center for balance and purpose. And when we allow that in, and when we choose that, these good things are going to come in. Okay, so this has been a twin flame reading. If you'd love a personal reading, that information is going to be below in the description. I also do Reiki healing and other things like that. So if you're interested in any of that, look in the description below. If not, thank you for being here and liking and subscribing. If you're not already liked and subscribed, please show your appreciation. So yeah, have a magical day, and as always, namaste.